After it's going to be 1 HP.
1 HP and then 0.5 HP. Then we start going into fractions.
And fly gone again. Woo. The classic.
Classic fly morphling.
Dude, okay. I gotta really criticize him here because as a morphling, you straight just run to the tier 1 tower. Everyone does it for a reason because you are so weak level 1. Like he morphs down all edgy, he goes up high ground and he's like, yeah, I'm dead. Like there's no reason for him to ever be there. Like really. Amateur. No reason. And we've seen it quite a bit from him in the past.
Yeah.
Especially on Morphling.
Yeah, Morphling is like one of those standouts that I always talk about with Fly. It's just like, if I want Fly on the IG team, I always want it to be on
not Morphling.
On the mid. Yeah, I always want Emo to have it.
So, who you got though? Despite the first blood?
Despite the first blood, I'm still liking IG.
Yeah, I gotta agree. Like,
the OD mid's gonna perform pretty well. Like the matchup should be pretty good for him.
Yeah, like the matchups in general are pretty good. Especially the mid lane is gonna be super easy. The offlane is also easy. Like picking a Pango into Morph is pretty risky because Morphling, once you're like level 3, level 4, you just have like 40 more damage than the Pango. Right. Can't really contest you at all. Mid lane, of course, you take off an additional reflection charge with the orb. So that lane is going to be pretty simple. Once you get into your ring of health, denying is going to be no problem.
Is there a big switch up when you're going from like offlane to mid OD? Is the build different? Because like obviously he's already got the Meteor Hammer queued up. That's pretty similar already to the offlane. But like, what are the big differences? Does it come from build? Does it come from what you're leveling instead?
Usually, like an offlane OD would go for like this. Meteor Hammer is always the same, but then you go into like Blink, Etherland's Axe maybe, more like the saving backline kind of build. Whereas in mid OD, you're probably just gonna think of like Blink, BKB, Hex, and you like really just want to put out the damage instead of the utility. Because mid OD, Fly getting a bit low, but he should be fine.
Yeah, not completely morphing into the strength, but that definitely feels bad with that little shredder and the right clicks coming in from Zeal.
Yeah, like we all know the damage output of mid OD can be kind of ridiculous. Like even offlane OD is ridiculous already, but mid OD amps it even more.
Yeah, now you're getting the solo experience, you're getting up there a little bit quicker. Feels like it could be a little bit more destructive towards Ehome.
Yeah, also this Mars Willow lane is going to absolutely destroy like a Nyx Drow Ranger. It's so hard to play, especially once Mars gets like 1 level in the Bulwark. If you ever get caught out by the Bramble, get speared back into another one, get God's Rebuked into another one, like you are just dead.
Yeah, we saw that combo a couple days ago. We saw that, you know, just the Brambles, the God's Rebuke just start, and then you're spearing into the other one. And then, of course, if you are the Dark Willow, you could go to the Cursed Crown, which is even more lockdown. It just feels like you can't even get away. Yeah.
I can already see 7E's taking a lot of damage. Like Refraction really doesn't do a whole lot against OD, as we said. Every time you get Orb, you lose 2 charges. It is a really tough matchup. Yeah, he doesn't even have his bottle yet. 3 CS? He has nothing.
Yeah, it's not going well for TA. And I was going to say TA is one of those heroes that can back up into the jungle, but you know, you need a little bit before you can go in there. You can't just be, you know, just bottle kind of early. It feels real bad.
Yeah, like he's at least right now getting dominated like mad, but maybe it will change when the levels go up, although OD also gets a lot stronger, obviously. But yeah, Fly, getting a little bit pressured here. Once he's level 3, level 4, this lane should be pretty simple for him.
Yeah, that's one of the things, though, with Fly too. Like, you think these things with Morph would be a little bit simpler. And, like, he does perform well with this hero at times, but there are, like, those standout mistakes. Ooh. Yeah, 7E going into the trees, and Emo taking a lot of tower shots.
Stop. A little bit too greedy. Like, Emo didn't have to do that. He was just posturing. He has to be careful with Psyblades now. The bottle is finally here. Oh, he got a healing self out, not even a bottle. So it delays. Oh. Wow. His bottle is still not even on a courier. This feels really bad right now for 7E.
And that really, yeah, that's not going to feel good at all. Emo picks up a water rune. So he's feeling pretty good in this mid lane. I mean, he is 12 and 12.
12-13
just
against 6-1.
Equaling the denies. There's nothing TA can do at the moment. 6-1, you're getting doubled in CS, and just the denies are absurd from Emo.
Yeah, as we expect from this matchup, it's pretty hard. But yeah, Drow is actually doing quite decently, but Mars is also free farming. It's,
yeah. 19-5, wow.
The problem is you have 2 physical right-clickers against the Mars. Like, once that arena is out, your potential damage output could be 0. Because both of your attacks just can't go through, right?
Ooh, Ali in a little bit of a bad spot, but 7E just not even going to go for this.
Still 60S because you had to take both runes, so you had to take a big detour. And they even blocked the small camp with the sentry ward, so you can't farm that. They're really making 7E's life hell. I like it though, I like it. You gotta abuse the power of an OD.
Now, does that his reaction to how this lane's going? He's 9-1. He really doesn't have, or what looks to be a backup plan. Does that come from like inexperience against like higher mid-tier players?
I mean, this matchup is just really bad, and we know Emo is a very lane dominant player.
Yeah.
But you know, it is a TA. Like some stacks for the team, no problem. They even blocked the ancient stack too, by the way. Oh, Ollie.
Ollie gets the stun now. They're still looking to get the kill here onto the Ogre, but going down first is Planet, then Ollie will fall. Level 4 for Firefly. You can see the damage coming out, and he's able to rip apart that Snapfire.
Yeah, but Morph is still very happy. It's all that matters in this lane.
Ooh, Frisk coming over. They haven't really played that top lane too aggressive with that Dark Glow, and he's coming over towards mid to try and make something happen.
He's 2 levels ahead, dude.
Oh, Sanity's out,
dead.
and he will just fall.
He's 2
Frisk
levels
and the
ahead
kill.
of him.
Oh, yeah, that, wow.
He's level 6 and TS level 4.
That is such a split in experience.
And now Meteor Hammer's almost going to be online before TA is even level 6. How do you lane here?
Yeah, I don't think you can come back to lane. That's absurd.
Yeah, okay, like, it's a bad matchup, but not this bad. Like, you don't get 1,000 gold ahead on OD versus TA. I do like what IG did, though. They blocked the Ancients, they blocked the small camp to really mitigate, like, what the supports can do to help TA get back into the game.
And it's not even just that you're getting beat by 1,000 gold at the moment. You're just equal with your 4 position in net worth.
Yeah, well, he finally found the small camp. He's like, yeah, gets like 50 gold. This just looks really sad.
Guess I'll get what I
who gets the
can.
rune? Oh, Emo also gets the rune. Meteor Hammer up in like 100 gold. Oh, Frisky again.
Yeah, they're going to have the Bramble Maze down, so he is rooted. Right click's coming through. ZZQ is here.
Ollie
He'll use
too.
the Impale to get Ollie ignited, but under the tower should keep him safe.
They're putting so much pressure on 70.
They just want to shut down his game completely.
Which makes a lot of sense because the draft is pretty dependent on TA having a good game.
Yeah. JT almost dying. He TP's back to base. He's not
Yeah.
level 6 just yet, though.
Well, at least Drow is having a good game, which...
Yeah,
is,
top of the net worth.
Yeah, it's pretty scary to play Drow into Mars always, though. As we said, this arena is just so impactful against you. You have the Bulwark active also. It's kind of just redirect all the shots on you, or like 70% of them at least.
Radiant's top tower is under
Like, playing dual range carry against Mars has always been historically a pretty bad idea. And they obviously didn't expect it at all that the OD could be middle.
I think the major assumption was just that it was going to be off lane until that last pick.
Ollie again, this time with 3 heroes, you know.
He's just doing ogre things, and they are bringing Frisk over. Ollie dying pretty quickly. Right click damage coming out on a ZQ, but, well, Emo not going to drop anything too heavy down as he doesn't have that ult just yet, so he can't drop the hammer.
Zeal!
Morphs into the Pangolier, Rolling Thunder used, now going back and hitting Fly once more. He'll keep coming back and forth. They do have Planet near. They're going to try and get a kill here on a Fly with the Fire Snap Cookie, and they'll eventually take out this Morphling. So Fly a little bit too far forward, and he's going to pay for it with his life.
Yeah.
They've also rotated the Drow down there, too.
Yeah, they want to pressure the tower as early as possible. Make Fly's game a little bit harder. But this is Fly Morphling that we've seen many times. You know, he just overcommits, a little bit too deep in, gets taken out.
Thinks his power level is, like, way higher than it actually is. Ooh, the Impale didn't land off that, but they just have 3 heroes here trying to get the kill onto Emo. They'll bring in Fly to turn this around. The Curse Crown on a Planet. That'll stun up too. 70 starting to output a little bit of damage. They've brought over Zeal, and they will kill off Ollie too.
Can't die again.
Impale once more on a Fly. JT TPing in, so Ehome will start to back off of this one. And you know, despite the fact that the lanes have really not gone well mid and I would say off lane, they've kind of recovered at least in the off lane, and now they are up 1,000 net worth.
Yeah, and the TA is also on par again with the OD. Like, yeah, IG's making a couple of pretty costly mistakes. Like, Emo dying there like that was really unnecessary. Just,
JT, who doesn't have a TP, he attempted to TP back towards mid and stop that eventually, but Emo comes in, Curse Crown on a Planet, doesn't hit Zeal, he's in the Rolling Thunder. They land the spear onto the tower. One right click in on the Planet, doing a lot of damage. They have him Astro imprisoned and ready for the Meteor Hammer to drop down, which isn't even necessary, but it does drop onto the tower too. So they get the kill on the Planet, they do some damage to the tower, and IG gets something back. But you were alluding to the fact that IG have made some costly mistakes, and you know, that kind of rings back to the fact that we talked about Kaka not being on the team anymore. Was he the playmaker? It felt like he was the shot caller last year.
It definitely did. And I mean, even when they played against RNG, like they look good individually. It's just like the team moves like a little bit slow here and there. But
Sanity's one more right click. Zeal goes down. Frisk is there to help again. This combo of the Dark Willow and the OD has been very strong, and he's used that Sanities twice to get 2 kills now.
Yeah, and we spoke about it so many times. Like, OD just has everything, right? You have setup, you got save, you got tower push with the Meteor Hammer. It's a really popular hero for a reason. But yeah, Drow and TA now top of the net worth, which is exactly where they want to be. And JT chose to go a bit greedy with that Helm of Iron Will, so his Blink Dagger will be very delayed. Emo again!
Emo hit with the Vendetta.
Careful.
They've got the Impel. 3 heroes here, and Astro Prism to save himself for a second. 5-5 comes
nice
in.
Impel!
2-man stun. That'll save Emo. 70's going to be the one who goes down instead. He falls after ZZQ is already gone, and they're both dead for a while. They're not even going to be able to buy back into this fight as it takes a big turn around the mid tower, but, well, Ehome don't even want any of this anymore without their TA. They missed the gust, and, well, Astro Imprisonment fly in, looking for the Meteor Hammer, stops it, taking a little bit too much damage for him to feel comfortable. They land the spear out onto the Drow, trying to survive. Shiro, though, right-clicking away on a fly. It won't be enough. They did lose Ollie. They'll run after JT. The Impel lands on a fly, and he goes down. No morph for him, and there's no morphling left in this fight. JT goes down to the shield crash, and Ehome, and they salvaged a fight that really shouldn't have gone this way.
Man, from hero to zero so fast. Like, that Impel was massive, one on the team, and then he just doesn't press the strength morph. Like, this is Fly in a nutshell on Morphling, though. Like,
yeah.
He has moments of brilliance, and the next time you're just like, huh? What was that?
I thought I pressed morph.
Wait, did I double tap it accidentally?
Yeah, it is just that fly feeling on morph, and I mean that's a fight that can really pull IG a little bit into good waters, and
for sure. It's still a decent fight for them, but perhaps overstayed a little bit.
Yeah.
And the casualties were still big. Like sure, they lost their draw, but you lost your morph as well.
Yeah, and it was brilliance with the Impel, saving Emo. Emo backs out. They get the kill on the TA. Like, things looked good in that fight, and it looked like it was all IG. And then eventually Ehome, you know, they just bring it back and really salvage what should have been nothing. Ehome, though, holding their own, and this is a team that a lot of people have questions with. A lot of the old Phoenix roster here, and then, of course, Zeal in the off lane, but you know, Ehome, I think a lot of people coming into the year didn't think that they would be anywhere near the level of IG, and I think that may have come with the assumption that Kaka was staying. But now, you know, I know it's only 12 minutes into the game against IG, but they're still up. And that was off the back of some bad laning.
Yeah. Still, though, like, once that Mask gets a Blink Dagger, it's going to be pretty hard for Ehome to play, I'd imagine. But it's still a while away, so there's still room for plays. And even then, they do still have the Rolling Thunder to go through, right? The multi-shot. Like, they do have options.
Right.
It's not that they just outright lose the game. But yeah, Fly, unfortunately, is pretty poor on his morphing right now.
You're right behind Emo.
Yeah, and he's like one of the most important pieces to this IG draft.
We'll see what he can get with some time, but I think that does also require IG maybe pulling back on the reins a little bit and not fighting as much.
Yeah. The problem is that both Drow and OD, Morph and OD are really bad against Drow Ranger. Like, the core matchup is definitely in the favor of the Drow.
At that point, though, it does come down to where the Drow's going to position. We saw it with the last Drow game we watched. You know, you really need to be precise with where you're standing in these fights, otherwise the jump just comes out and you're dead.
Yeah, it's the most positional carry in the game. Like, not only are you just dead, but also your damage output in general is just so much worse. Oh, Emo again. They do have a sentry down, though.
They also have Frisk. They're going to dust up ZZQ, throw a Bramble Maze his way, which he will elude.
Very evasive. Almost bring down Master. That's going to be when they smoke up straight away, get a play. And if they get a good fight, they can easily Roche with that OD.
I think both teams really can Roche, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Blink Dagger now for JT, so you've got that Mars who can get into the mix. And you see with a little bit more patience and a little bit more time, all of a sudden Fly, he's second on the net worth.
Mm-hmm. That's been my criticism of him for like the longest time. He really just likes to fight too much for his own good. As a carry, your job is really just to be as rich as possible.
Right.
No, but like, he likes to fight, and a lot of times he just dies during that fight, and that really sets yourself back into the game. But they smoke up straight away.
Yeah, going through the dire triangle.
They're looking for the Drow Ranger for sure. Maybe the TA. Drow would be the most valuable kill though.
Smoke doesn't break, but that trap did pop, and we'll see. If they can cross through mid, there were a couple of dire heroes nearby, but nobody near at the moment.
They read it really well. Nice face cam, also emo. That is literally a face cam right there.
Just all face.
He took it a bit too seriously when they told him, hey, can you put the face cam there? Wait, like this? Or Shiro even more,
yeah.
the eye cam.
Oh, man.
And counter smoke. CZQ smoke break. Oh, they found emo. Nice force.
Oh, wow. He just got that Force Staff, too. They're going to go and drop the Mortimer's Kisses down, but they do have the Astral Imprisonment. He'll save himself for a little bit. The Arena comes down onto 2. There's the Drow hitting away on Emo. The Shield Grash comes down out onto Emo. One more right click coming out from Shiro will get the kill onto Emo as Frisk takes out ZZQ. Zeal with the Swashbuckle trying to get away from the rest of IG. So get onto the high ground, or will he? JT stops him in his tracks. They've got the Terrorize, which will fear him back, but they're going right into the hands of Shiro. They need to be a little bit careful. Swashbuckle once again, Fly in deep. He's been gusted, taking a lot of damage, and the right clicks come through. Ollie ends up dead. Zeal, he'll fall, and they get the spear out onto 7E. Wait for him onto, well, actually not onto the low ground, actually onto the high ground of the cliff right there. Maybe not what he was looking for, but still will allow him to leave that fight. Oof, gosh. Fly on his heels in that fight and on the edge of dying.
Did they caught JT in a trap? Or who caught who here?
Man, they'll drop the sanities. Gus comes out, but he's still dead. Frisk getting the kill there. They'll look for 7E. They'll blink spear him back. Planet and ZZQ looking for a way to help out. But the Meteor Hammer comes down. Allium with the stun, and the right clicks through will be enough to finish off 7E. And that is, again,
of course, gone.
Yeah, I don't want to point it out, but and be a little bit too harsh, but the Nyx Assassin has been missing a lot of impales that have been crucial to these team fights. Yeah, he could have hit that impale there, and maybe that fight goes a little bit differently, but ZZQ, he has not exactly been as accurate as you'd like him to be, especially in these situations.
Oh, he bumps into the low ground even, and things aren't...
almost to the high ground.
Which is what he wants to do. All he's just standing there. He's like, yeah, try it again.
Yeah, do it. Spear actually hits onto ZZQ, locks him down to a tree. Astral Imprisonment, they've got the dust. The Bramble Maze is through. There's the Arena. Oh, the multi-shot. JT and Ollie are down. It's like they didn't even recognize Shiro coming forward and the damage he outputs.
Like, IG is really overstaying their welcome in a lot of these fights, though.
Meteor Hammer. Ooh, Fire Staff cooking. Meteor Hammer still dropped, and they've got the Terrorize that lands out of 2, but they get the kill on the Emo. It's ZZQ who gets the kill on that one. Bramble Maze, as well as the Bedlam on a ZZQ Soul, target a lot of damage, but still, that's a trade. Frisk goes and gets ZZQ. Planet gets the return and kills off Frisk, and Ehome right in a Roche.
Like, IG overstayed like 3 fights in a row already. Like, you gotta respect the respawn timers.
Yeah.
You killed the Drow, he was out of position, sure, but he still outputs a ton of damage, as we can see here.
That is a fast Roche.
Yeah, like, you gotta give them way more respect. Like, I love the way IG executed their team fight. Like, they had some spear into Meteor Hammer combinations, very high level stuff, but then they just stay, and like, Drow's like, alright, I'll take all these kills. And now suddenly Ehome is in a little bit of a driver's seat here again.
Yeah, they've got the Aegis to work with, and I will say, though, the way that IG have been playing, I don't expect them to really sit back too much and, like, just stay away from the Aegis even. They've been so aggressive, it feels like they just would, like, fight into it anyway, which is a bad decision, right?
The problem now is that Drow Ranger actually is very close to BKB. Like, you're not going to catch her out again like that. Yeah. Once those BKBs are up, all your damage is magical right now. The Spear, the Arena, all of OD, even your Morphing at this point is highly magical. So yeah, the double BKB timing is going to be a big problem for IG. They need to kite it out if they want to take a fight and then reinitiate afterwards. But they've really given a lot of freebies away to Ehome.
Ags already for the Snapfire.
Yeah, the Snapfire. He just got an unstoppable streak, and I think he also killed the OD, which is like 1,000 gold just in his pocket.
Grove Bow, Van Brace, Brigand's Blade.
Yeah, I love Brigand's Blade, dude. That one is like just 80 bonus damage potentially. It's so much. Is it Brigand or Brigand?
I think it's Brigand's Blade. Like the
Because
name
like
is Brigand, and then it's their blade.
Oh, I thought it's a Brigand, like one of those like battalion kind of things.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I might.
I have no idea either.
Hey, I've been wrong
Valve
with my
never-
pronunciation before, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Dude, Valve never like is very clear with what or where something's actually from.
Yeah.
Maybe just from a dude named Brigand from France.
Could be.
Yeah.
Just some random guy.
Middle tower has fallen.
By the way, the double BKBs have come out, so Shiro and 70 both have it, and they're going to smoke immediately. They take the tower mid, they smoke off that, they know Fly is standing top and trying to take this tower. They are rotating through the jungle, and OD will be there to spot them with this smoke. He 4-steps onto the low ground, and gobble up, spit out, Nyx Assassin trying to catch up to Emo. All he knows that this is a Nyx Assassin that just got spit out, and well, the damage coming in from 70 will rip apart this Ogre. It's now just 2 Ogres with 1 single head.
Yeah. I like the tower defense, but you can potentially see like a little bit of inexperience shine through here. Like you don't want to have all the heroes TP to the top lane because Roshan is gone. This is not really where you want to play. Like you really want to pressure the bottom tier 2 tower and the mid tower.
Right.
And now you give like the entire map back to IG, which you previously just took from them. So IG will happily take that, take back their own jungle. But Ehome is looking to make a play here. Cut the mid wave. Yeah, and they're just running at them because they know. Like IG right now can't fight.
Gobble up, spit out once again. Mortimer's kisses.
Oh,
Fly
again. He got caught
Whoa.
out. By what? By the gobble up? Like he didn't morph up?
Yeah, he got caught. The trap was down. They had the vision. They caught him.
Is under attack.
It always feels like Fly has difficult games, and there are some things that are just like beautifully played against him when he's on these Morphlings too. Like that's a great play to make if you're Ehome.
It is.
I don't want to take that away from them and just say it was Fly things, but like Ehome, you know, have that trap, gobble up, spit out, immediately spike Carapace stun, and there was no hesitation to it. Like as Nyx was still flying, Mortimer's kisses were right behind it.
Yeah. Like you gotta commit right away. And
Structures are fortified.
yeah, Ehome is looking really good here. The draft also, like now that they're ahead this far, is like this is a draft where to snowball, you really snowball. Like right now, as you can see, IG has no chance of fighting them at all. They're just avoiding them all the way through.
I don't even think the Aegis is the difference maker.
It's not.
The
double
BKBs are going to be very difficult, yeah.
And now
Gobble up, spit out
yeah.
once again, and that's going to be towards the Snapfire. And you take a look as now, jeez, Frisk gets taken out, yeah. Snapfire getting that kill on a Frisk. The Dark Willow is the one who got just jumped on.
Yeah, good split push.
And they
against that
immediately
fly play.
TP down towards bottom. Like they're covering their base.
Yeah, and now they're gonna just get the tier 2 bottom tower because top lane is pushed all the way into the base, so there can't be any trade coming out from IG here. They're on
Well,
the heals
Thunder to
again.
start. They're going to try and make something happen. They'll look over at Ollie for the moment. Fly gets under the tier 2 tower, but they have landed onto this Ogre, and they've got the Vendetta as well as the stun. JT may be looking for a blink, but that is ambitious if they go for it. And JT, as well as Fly realizing that making that jump is very dangerous.
Got his BKB though, at least in Mars. He should be able to get a pretty good arena out. But yeah, like Ehome is just completely destroying this map. Like this is the second tier 2 tower gone already. There's only the one in the mid left. And the map is really, really shrinking for IG.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And we already spoke about the matchups.
Yeah.
Like Drow against all these cores is so easy. Especially against the Morphling, like who never buys any armor items.
And also we talked about that, you know, their movement towards top. It didn't, you know, you wanted them to cut out IG's map, and that's exactly what they did afterwards.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the way Ehome is playing right now is very, very strong. Like, they're not really letting IG breathe at all. Like, sure, they made this like one mistake, maybe committing too many heroes top, but they rectify it by just not giving them any space afterwards.
Yeah. BKB picked up here for Emo. And
The refresher could be very scary, though, on Mars. Like, we spoke about how impactful the arena can be.
yeah, it's so far away, though.
It is. Now they're smoking up that the Aegis is gone. The only instant initiation they have is a spear. If they miss the spear, they can't win the fight.
Blink God's Rebuke. There's the arena. Gets the spear before the Rolling Thunder. They'll get this kill out onto Zeal. ZZQ hit with the Ignite, and he'll use that Spike Carapace to stun up Ollie. They've also got the Gobble Up and the Spit Out right onto the OD.
Oh, Emo said he's lagging. Well, Emo's dead.
Amateur.
He's in the middle of an impale, and what am I? Yeah, he's just gone. Unfortunate pause timing. No, he's stunned.
He's got BKB, maybe? He's dead. All right, I tried to give him an out there, but Fly. Ooh, Spear landing with the God's Rebuke. They pop the BKB onto the Mars. They get the kill on the planet. Now you try to TP out. The rest of IG will try and leave, but here comes 7E with that new Blink Dagger. Stun comes through from Ollie. Right clicks in. There's the BKB. Melt Strike, 7E ripping apart Ollie once again. It's a 2 for 2. That's not awful for IG, but you could still feel the presence of Ehome and the fact that they are leading this one.
Yeah, Emo had the BKB, right? Just couldn't get it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I really gotta like. Ehome is playing well, don't get me wrong, but IG, like, they don't have sentries down in these team fights. They keep getting impaled by the Nyx Assassin now before they get their BKB or Morph off. And you know that you're playing against the Nyx Assassin. So, like, you gotta get those sentries down. Because if Emo gets the BKB off there, they actually have a realistic chance of taking the fight.
Right.
But you gotta give them the chance to do so. It's scary right now. Like, the Drow Ranger is completely unchecked in any of those fights. There's so much frontline for her. There's the Nyx, there's the TA that just jumps in, the Pangolier. Like, she just has so much room to just deal all that damage.
Now is the Shadow Blade too.
Yeah, for the positioning.
Spike Carapace, Rolling Thunder,
No
Blink
BKB
in,
yet.
and Mars in trouble. A couple right clicks in from Shiro will finish off JT. Moving forward, not having the vision, and JT giving the question mark on the tip, and you can see Zeal giving a little smile in that camera.
Amateur.
Well, I mean, I'm sure IG knows right now that they're pretty far behind, and there was just like a little knock on the old EG series.
Yeah, can they do it again? Is this now the JT question mark, where they turn around this game and then wipe them out in game 2?
Man, ZZQ has been very tip happy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to take it away from him, but, you know, like, he's been missing a lot of impales. Like, you might want to slow down a bit there, buddy.
He did clean up since. I think he's had some great moments.
But, you know, you gotta earn that. You gotta earn that tipping.
That's why my tips are disabled.
Like, I would be all on board with, like, the Snapfire tipping. Like, that guy's having a beast of a game, you know?
But, yeah, all right. Fair enough.
But then again,
Must hit X abilities to then unlock tipping.
Dude, imagine if you're playing Patch, you miss like 20 hooks in a row, you hit the first one, then you tip him. You're like, ah, really?
I feel like that's a good one, though. You give a little bit of that. Oh, there it is. Impale once again. Mortimer's Kiss is coming down. And that's with the Gobble Up Spit Out once again.
Like, honestly, the two supports of Ehome right now, they're just breaking IG every time. Like, the Gobble Up stuns out of nowhere, the Impales out of nowhere right now.
It's really just the vision they have and everything that they've done with it. You know, the long-range initiation that just turns into Nyx Assassin.
And they do so much damage too, right?
Yeah.
Like, you Gobble Up, you Snap Hold on top, Vendetta hit for like 400 pure damage, the Impale Mana Burn, it's a lot of burst damage. That's a lot of damage.
You can see the refresher still very far away. Spear gets thrown in, hits Zeal. And you recognize that they are in Roche, but JT's far forward. Astral Imprisonment to try and save his life. Fly going in, pops the BKB on the Gus. And he's just dead. He's all into the Agi. The damage comes out, and he is gone immediately. Gobble Up, Spit Out, hits on the Emo.
No
and
BKB
now
again?
ZZQ, he's gone, but JT and Emo following the... Yeah, they just called GG. Wow, IG tap out.
Did you see that damage on the Morphling? Like, we spoke about how bad the matchup is. Yeah, like he got 2 marksmanship procs, gone instantly because all of his armor.
Wow.
Well, who'd have thought that?